Good afternoon, and welcome to Emmie Blanchard's senior speech. Emmie joined the prep community in first grade, so pretty close to a lifer, right? She didn't make it as a 3-year-old, so we are glad to have her here. I was surprised when I got Emmie on my advisory list, because usually it's students I've taught, and it's been a delight to have her as an advisee. This is also the first year I've had her in class, which has also been a pleasure. She has been a participant in varsity cheer since freshman year. She has played varsity tennis since freshman year and enjoyed time with the service club during her junior year. She's also been involved in what we all know as social, rising to the level of lead cotillion during her junior year. She's taken her tennis talents to share with a 5th grader. She enjoys hanging out with family, friends. She volunteers at her church. She is joined today by her parents, Jennifer and Grady Blanchard, grandparents, Sandra and Joe Blanchard, Chris and Kim Maddox and their son, Chandler. Oh, and I think there's one more special guest here, BJ. Emmie,
raise your hand if any of you in here have a dog. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Raise your hand if you like dogs. Well, I think I have you guys beat on the number of dogs everyone has. I have 9. Ever since I was born, there's always been at least one dog running around my house. I've always been infatuated with dogs, and my love for them has been strong ever since I was a little girl. But my family doesn't choose to have this above average number of furry friends running around our house just because we think they're cute, or because we like the sound of them barking at every car that comes up our road, or every noise they hear. Allow me to share some of our story with you. Now, I'm sure that all of you dog owners in the room take great care of your dogs, but taking care of dogs is a huge part of my life, and the main reason we have so many of them. If you cannot realize by now, my family and I are foster parents for dogs. PetFinder.com explains fostering dogs as, quote, when you foster, you agree to take a homeless dog into your home and give him or her love, care, and attention, either for a predetermined period of time or until the dog is adopted, end quote. My family and I started fostering dogs about 8 years ago when my mother and her friend Shannon Grace decided to start the Columbia County Animal Rescue Group. This rescue group is a nonprofit animal rescue group licensed with the Georgia Department of Agriculture. The group relies on volunteers to provide foster homes for any of the dogs we save, so there's a limited number of people that are willing to open their homes to these dogs in need. Our group believes in providing these dogs with quality care and love, so all dogs are fostered in the homes, not outside or in kennels. This helps us to know the dog better and see their personality, which helps when we're looking for forever homes for them. Several times a week, my mother and Miss Shannon would go up to the Columbia County Animal Services and get dogs out that had medical needs, and we would then take them to the vet to get treated for those needs. Once the needs are treated, the dogs are then placed into one of our foster homes within our rescue group. These dogs are rehabilitated physically, mentally, and emotionally. Once we feel the dog is ready, we will start taking them to adoptions and also have them advertised on PetFinder, Facebook, and Instagram. Whoever is interested can then fill out an application, and we will set up a meet and greet with the person. The purpose of the meet and greet is for the person to meet the dog and see how they are around them, as well as give the foster parents a chance to make sure that their house is a good environment for the dog. What we usually look for is if they have a fenced-in yard, so the dog has more room to run around, and if it goes outside, you won't have to worry as much about it running off or becoming lost. We also check to make sure that the person has enough time to have a dog. As I'm sure a lot of you in here know, taking care of a dog is a lot of work. It's like having a child in a way. You have to feed it, take it out to use the bathroom so they don't go in your house, and let it get out to have some exercise. If the person is extremely busy and will not ever spend time with the dog, we're not going to allow them to adopt him, because that's not fair to the dog or the person. If the meet and greet goes well, then we will allow the adoptive family to fill out the adoptive contract, and the dog will become theirs. But if it's not a good fit, then the dog goes back to its foster home and we keep it up for adoption on our social media and take it to events until it finds a forever home that's right for them. Fostering dogs is a very important part of dog rescue because it highly increases the dog's chance of getting adopted. Dogs in foster care are normally less stressed, better socialized, and have a reduced chance of getting sick than dogs in animal shelters. Also, you might be the first person as a foster parent to these animals to teach them basic manners, making them more likely to appeal to potential adopters. Fostering keeps more dogs out of shelters, which are notoriously stressful for the dogs due to noise, barriers, and lack of needed exercise. For dogs that do not thrive in the shelter setting, this gives them a chance to come out of their shell and reveal their personality. While in the foster home, it helps the dog to become more happy and relaxed, and gives them a lot more one-on-one time with the foster parents, which helps them to start trusting humans again. Just think, if you were abandoned, would you be super trusting of the next person that comes into your life? Probably not. I know I wouldn't be. But that's the exact same way these dogs feel. They're not going to automatically trust us when we first get them. That takes time, but once they do, they become comfortable, and we get to see this amazing and full personality come out of them. Not only is fostering dogs a very important aspect benefiting and helping these dogs, it helps the foster family too. One benefit is it can introduce to the children a part of the foster family responsibility, show them selflessness, and is also a way to educate them about animals. I know for me, when I was young and we had started fostering, it definitely taught me to learn responsibility. We used to get these litters of puppies, and my friends and I would all assign ourselves a puppy, or sometimes two, and we would pretend they were ours. We would carry them around everywhere, we would take them in baskets all around our neighborhood, and watch TV with them. This was all the fun parts, but we also learned that we needed to take them out to use the bathroom a bunch, since they were just puppies, and if one of them made a mess in the house, it would be our jobs to clean it up. My parents obviously did not just let us run around and be careless with these puppies. They made sure to watch us and also taught us the proper way to take care of these animals. Another benefit of fostering dogs is if you're wanting a dog, but not sure if it will work out with you or if it fits into your life at the moment, fostering is a great way to find that out. Also, if you're wanting a dog, but don't know if you can afford one, because let's face it, they can be expensive, fostering is very affordable. The shelter will usually cover normal expenses of dog food and vet bills. So as a foster parent, you get to save money. One reason I love fostering so much is because I get to have an impact on these dogs' lives. I get to help a dog learn to trust again and get to watch them go from being shy and scared to being full of personality and happiness. Unfortunately, as a foster parent, you also see some dogs with some incredibly sad stories. I definitely have. I'm going to share a few with you all. This is Evie, a Chihuahua that had been hit by a car, and the owner surrendered her to us after she found out that she'd been hit and would need multiple surgeries. So we took her, and she had her surgery for her broken leg, an abdominal hernia, and for her hip. We kept her at our home until she was healthy enough and ready for adoption, when she then found her forever home with this sweet lady. Next, we have Fisher. Fisher is a Great Dane that came to us extremely emaciated and was only 42 pounds when we first got him. Now, a healthy weight for a Great Dane is at least 120 pounds. We took him into our group and started trying to get his weight back immediately. It took us 3 months to get his weight up so we could put him up for adoption. Fisher then found his forever home and is still gaining weight. Lastly, this is Cassie. Cassie came to us when the people who had her wanted to euthanize her because they were getting divorced. We took her in, put her up for adoption, and she was later happily adopted by a family you all know. These dogs are just few examples of why my family and I do what we do. In the United States, each year, approximately 670,000 dogs in shelters are euthanized. That's about 1,700 dogs killed per day. And in Georgia, 29,000 dogs and cats are euthanized in shelters. When we foster, we are taking one dog away from the possibility of them having to be euthanized. We try to be advocates for these dogs, to be a voice for the ones who cannot speak up for themselves. I would like to say thank you to my parents, especially my mom, for modeling how to take care of these lives that matter so much to us. I'm so thankful that I'm able to help participate in fostering dogs. Sometimes it's messy, definitely loud, and even inconvenient. But it's helping a life that needs it. It's providing a safe home to a life that has been abandoned. It's doing the work and being a light for that life. Class of 2021, I'll leave you with this. Go explore into the world and find a cause you have a passion for and genuinely care about. Go do the work and be a light. Thank you.